Next, in the continuation of the control registers about the timers. So timers are counters. In previous video have been said about Tmod. Now we are going to deal with the Tcon. Tcon means timer control. Here also we are writing in the flag 1 around like the D0 to D7. Okay, 8 bits. It is also an 8-bit register, we can say that. So this register has been, means this is in a flag mode, we can say that regarding that which is going to be set and which is going to be reset. We know that set is nothing but 1, reset is nothing but 0, like that. So here the upper 4 bits have been set as a timer 0, and lower 4 bits are known as a timer 0, and higher low bits as known as a timer 1. So here in this timer controllers we will be having all dealing with the timers like TF1 is there, TF0 is there. Means it is a timer overflow flag 1, timer overflow flag 0. TR1 means timer 1 run control, TR0 means timer 0 run control. IE1 means external interrupt 1 edging flag, and whereas IE0 means external interrupt 1 edge flag. So here we are going to deal with the first timer overflow flag 1 means if this timer flow flag is set to 1 when overflow occurs at timer 1. Means in this timer case, if you are going to perform some operation, there occurs any overflow, then TF1 will be set to 1. Otherwise, we can say it is set to 0. Okay, whereas timer overflow 0 means it is going to be set as a 1 when overflow occurs at timer 0. So if in case of timer 1, if overflow occurs, then TF1 is set to 1. If overflow occurs at timer 0, TF0 is set to 0. Okay, so similarly, if TR1 is there, it is a timer 1 run control. So this bit is set to 1 when used to start and stop the timer. When you are going to stop and start the timer. Which timer? Timer 1. Timer 1. Whereas TR0 means it is also set to 1 when we are going to start and stop the timer 0. Guys, it's not to be confused here. Whatever, if it is TF1 it is means we are going to deal with around timer 1. If it is 0, we are going to deal with the timer 0. So as it is a timer overflow, this will be set to 1 when overflow occurs at timer 1, and if this is set to 1 when timer overflow occurs at timer 0. Similarly, when you are going to start the timer 1, it is set to 1. If the timer 0 is going to be start or stop, this is going to be set to 1. So both are dealing with the timers. That's why it is a timer control. We are controlling the timers here. So as from the 8 bits, we are having 2 timers like timer 1 and timer 0. So that what is going to happen means if here overflow occurs, this is set to 1. If here overflow occurs, this is set to 1. Similarly, if I want to start timer 1, start or stop, so then it is set to 1. Which one? TR1. Similarly, if this is going to be start or stop, TR0 will be set to 1. And whereas IE1, IE0, this is an external interrupt 1 edge flag, we can say that. So this is the external interrupt 1 type, we can say it is a control bit, where if it is set to 1, when it is going to be set to 1, it enables the external interrupt which are going to be triggered by falling edge. So this, when it is going to be enable external interrupt, here it maintains as a 1. Whereas here, same thing, the external interrupt is 1 signal type control, and it is set to 0 here. Here we are going to 0. What we are going to make 0? We are enabling external interrupt as a 0. So here IE1 is set to 1. Okay, when to set to 1, it is going to be enable external interrupt 1. External interrupt 1. Similarly, IE0 means it is set to 1 and it is enabling external interrupt as 0. Okay, and whatever we are going to have this external interrupt, it is for triggering the edge signal. We are triggering the edge signal. Okay. So once again, TF1 is timer overflow flag 1. It is meant for when it is equal to 1 or set to 1 when overflow occurs at timer 1. T of 0 means timer overflow flag 0. It is set to 1 when overflow occurs at timer 0. TR1 means it is a timer 1 run control. Here it is set to 1 when the timer 1 is start or stop. We are going to start or stop the timer 1. TR0 means timer 0 run control. Here we are going to start or stop the timer 0 when it is equal to 1. Otherwise it is 0, or else all the conditions will be opposite. That is, if it is 1, it becomes 0. Okay. IE1 means it is an external interrupt to 1 edge flag. IE0 means external interrupt 0 edge flag. So here what we are doing, when it is going to be set as 1, this enable external interrupt will be triggered to 1 value, whereas for IA0 it is set to 1 when enabling external interrupt is meant for 0. This is about the timer control, that is Tcon.